Should the United States help other countries? Now, the United States of America is one of the largest economies in the world. In fact, currently, it is the #1 economy in the world. Also, there is a little foreign Asian country that might take that spot soon enough. Okay, here we go. So, should the United States help other countries? This is a question that has been in the works by a bunch of Americans for a very long time. USA goes ahead and gives aid towards other countries that are in need, like foreign aid towards other people, such as the poverty people or countries that really cannot afford COVID tests. Or at least they can afford COVID tests, just not in the large amounts of quantity that they need. This is where USA, Big Daddy America, comes in, and Big Daddy America goes ahead and gives out a bunch of money. In fact, it is $39.5 million. $5 million the last time they gave aid. And here's the thing, this is the largest amount of aid, foreign aid, that is given to any other foreign country in the entire world. It goes ahead and gives up, USA gives more money than UK, China, France, Germany, etc. They give more aid than that too. Problem is, the ratios are pretty low. The USA's $39.5 million that I told you about is less than 1%, less than 1% of their budget. And that says something because their budget is significantly less than their GDP. Whereas other countries would give a pretty much bigger hunk of their budget, which means that they have smaller economies than the United States of America. America can give more though, and they've shown that they can afford it. How else can they go ahead and have all that military spending? What they do not want to do though is that we're #1 already. We don't need to increase #1 in having the most part of our spending, how much of a percentage of our budget it will be. But this is where this debate comes in. As a result, we're going to have to debate about this no matter what. Should the USA help other countries? Let's start off with the first point of the pros team. The United States of America has a duty to help other countries, especially with humanitarian issues. I mean, Big Daddy America, Uncle Tom, I guess that's what we're gonna call him. Uncle Tom should go ahead and help other countries, because he's Uncle Tom. He's the richest, he's the baddest boy in the entire world. Although he is one of the oldest. Nah, he's quite young compared to other countries. Britain himself has been around for hundreds of years? If not thousands. And now it's time for the first point of the cons team. The United States spends too much money on other countries, and they should focus on this country right now. They spend too much. I mean, look at this. 39.5 million. Not just 35.9 thousand. It's $1 million on another country that's not even yours. This is more than what other countries give. This is a little too much, don't you think? Now it's time for the second point of the pros team. Now this is where things get interesting. Foreign aid can save lives through important medicine and food supplies. When you go ahead and give other people all this foreign aid, you go ahead and save their lives through important medicine and the food supplies. This is quite a thing, by the way. And now it's time for the second point of the cons team. The USA could be spending foreign aid money to help its own citizens. You could go ahead and help your own citizens instead of going ahead and saving other people's citizens. US veterans of US wars go ahead and they're still homeless and humiliated and hungry on the streets. Your own citizens are starving, and you trying to help other people become not starving? That's not even your own people, man. Solve your own people's problem and then help others. Now it's time for the third point of the pros team, is that foreign aid is less. I mentioned this earlier, but it is literally less, mind you, not less than or equal to, it's less than 1% of the US budget, which is a small price. Also, this does make a pretty big, make a pretty big difference. Even though it's less than 1%, they still give more than what other countries give. And now it's time for the third point of the cons team. Foreign aid doesn't solve problems and may cause other countries to become needy. When you go ahead and make other countries to become very needy, you realize that, they will not be able to go ahead and rely on themselves. Instead of becoming self-sufficient, they'll probably become reliant on others. It's like a little leech. You want to help the leech, so you let them take some of your blood, but then now they want all of your blood. That is obviously not okay. And it's definitely not okay to give your own blood to leeches. Mosquitoes, it's a natural part of life. Leeches, nah. And now it's time for the fourth point of the pros team. Here we go. Helping other countries in the conflicts can promote peace and democracy in these countries and around the world. You go ahead and you let them go ahead and promote their peace and democracies. Yes, when you go ahead and help other countries with your own US aid, you're going ahead and giving them a warning. You're giving them, do this or you will fail, like these guys. And it's time for the fourth point of the cons team. Here we go. Foreign aid money can fall into the wrong hands, and this can be used in corrupt ways. In fact, South Africa has this problem too. One doctor, South African doctor, went ahead and pleaded guilty for stealing $200,000 worth of malaria medicine, where malaria medicine was unmorally and unethically and unlawfully just sold to other people instead of being used to treat for malaria in their own country. Why is my question? Why not save your own people? Are you really that corrupt? But in the end, this is all that happens. Should the United States help other countries? It has been helping other countries too, although they are not being paid back a lot. With the current terms, Trump will probably try to cut ties with other countries and make USA independent, like the olden transcontinental days. But in the end, USA, Daddy America, Uncle Tom, went ahead and will probably keep helping other countries. And if Trump goes away, all the foreign aid will literally come back. I'm just glad that when I go to America for university, Trump will be long gone. Alright, see you guys. Until next time, shut down our peace. Bye!